Not Worth the Time with Wade Taylor. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Not Worth the Time. We're here. We're doing it. It's been 2 weeks. God, you know that. I say it every fucking time. Yeah, you know, I should change it. If I change it, though, then you guys would be upset. The few people who listen to this. You'd be like, why didn't I get my normal introduction from Wade? Why didn't he say, we're here, we're doing it? It's the mantra. It's the mantra I live by at this point, because it gets me through a minute of content right here where I just ramble on about how I need to say that in order to get this fucking going. Gets me in the mindset, you guys. You got those triggers. You got to have those triggering sayings or actions or memory. You know, it's like me introing the podcast is a lot like going up to at bat, you know? It's a lot like when I was with an athlete, you know, back in my day when I was a rugged athlete, you know, just a young pup trying to make it to the show. I did not get close, not even nowhere even in the remote vicinity of the show. I don't even think. Let's see here. My equivalent of a baseball journey to the road to the show. Is basically the equivalent of somebody who wanted to make it to Broadway. I was in elementary school plays. Oh, man, I used to think playing college baseball, I got somewhat no, not even close, Wade. Not even close. You're so far away, especially when you realize how many people were walking onto it and stuff. Anyway, I digress. Me starting the podcast is a lot like doing a baseball routine, okay? Now, I used to go, grab my bat, check it out, make sure I grab my helmet. God forbid, in high school, too. It happened in college, too, but it was less of a problem in college. But high school was the worst, because if you didn't have your own helmet, you had to use a team's helmet. And if somebody else hit before you and took the helmet you liked, you're fucking wearing some loose-fitting fucking helmet, which I never understood why we were stuck with such bad equipment for so long. At some point, the safety regulations had to come up. They checked our bats every game. How come the umpires never check the helmets? Like, are these up to fucking code? Are these up to fucking code for these kids to be wearing? Anyway, you'd pick up the helmet, you go out there, you put on my batting gloves, you know, strap on the left and the right, stand on deck circle, watching the pitcher, just timing, just getting the foot down, just kind of making some lazy swings. Then you get to the box, you know, and I would dig a fucking hole. I became a goddamn excavator up there, just digging a back hole. It's amazing I never fucking twisted an ankle. I would dig a deep hole for my back foot. And I'd be in the back of the box, tap the far corner of the front plate, tap the closest corner of the front plate, then go up, point the bat at it, bring it back, make sure to touch my shoulder with the handle of the bat, and then start, and then just get in a rhythm. And then that's what it was. And I got in a zone right there. I have to do all that in a row in order to get in the zone. And that's why I have to intro the podcast like that. There you go. Is that a pointless explanation of why I say the same shit every time I start this show? Yes, it is. But it was fun, wasn't it? Took you down a rabbit hole there. It is crazy now that I think about it that they never checked our helmets. Never once did they check their helmets. They got to do that shit more now, especially like with the MLB. They check gloves and shit so often now. I wonder if that's trickled down to high school. At this point, just checking gloves for Vaseline or fucking a razor blade or something in there to scuff up the ball, get a little bit fucking more, get a little more spin on them fucking curveballs. You shouldn't be throwing a curveball. You should be throwing a slider. It's less torque on the arm, I think. I don't remember how that goes anymore. I remember I read that one time. They were talking about what's better for your arm nowadays. They figured it out. Science. You know, because that's where we're putting money and resources to. Now that we have video technology and slow-mo and x-rays and crazy MRIs, we're trying to figure out when our kids can properly throw a slider. Fuck figuring out cancer. When can I start making Timmy throw a 12-6? When can I make sure I can possibly start putting tremendous strain on my kids' elbow so we can have Tommy John as late as possible. That's what we're using science for. Yeah. I can't believe they didn't check the helmets, though, man. Why did they never check those helmets? I remember for one of my friends, Derek, he was a big dude. Derek's like 6'4", 6'5", just big dude. And he went and played football in college afterwards, but he loved baseball. He was one of our pitchers. And but sometimes he pinch hit, like when we had games where we were just fucking running up the score, right? Coach let people go in and have a little fun. But Derek had a big head. He was a big dude. He had a big head. And I think one time we had to rip foam padding out of the helmet so he could put the helmet on. So I don't think there was any padding in the helmet. So he's essentially wearing a bucket. Just running out there, he got a base hit. He was on the base path wearing a bucket. Like no real cushion. And he gets dome rock, it's just going to split in half. And and I've seen helmets crack with the padding, So then you think, "Oh, well, thank God the padding was there. It absorbed before it hit your fucking skull." God damn. Being dome rocked by a baseball is crazy. I've been knocked with a fucking 88, 89 mile an hour fastball before. That was in college. I was playing summer ball one time. And this kid fucking threw a high inside fastball. The most in you could be. Right by my fucking head. It's not like I ducked in front of it. Imagine if that's how the story I told. I was trying to bunt this baseball and I couldn't get my barrel down, so I just stuck my face. We had to do the suicide squeeze, so I headbutted this ball into play. Dude, if I did a suicide squeeze by fucking just headbutting in the baseball, that'd be cool as hell. No, I did not put my face in the strike zone and try to eat a pitch like I was trying to save like a game-winning goal from from Messi, okay? I wasn't trying to take a Messi kick to the face, okay? No, this was just a high inside fastball, and it rocked the shit out of me. I didn't get knocked out. I was out on my feet, though. I didn't fall to the ground. I was just out on my feet. Because I don't know what happened. All I know is I saw the ball coming, and I turned. And then the next thing I know, I'm on first base. And my coach at first is looking at me. He's like, "Dude, why'd you just do that?" And I turned to him and go, "Do what?" And he was like, "Oh." And I don't know why when I said "do what," it's clear that I don't remember what just happened in the last 20 seconds. And apparently what I did is this guy hit me, and I turned around, slammed my helmet on the ground, and stared down the pitcher as I walked to first base. Don't remember doing that at all. Didn't even realize I wasn't wearing a helmet when I got to first base. No fucking idea. I was just, and then he gave me back my helmet, and I ran to second base, like after like a ground ball, like, and that's when I was like, once I got to second base, my head started fucking pounding, dude. And I was like, "Oh shit!" And then things started getting real wobbly. And that's when I looked over at my third base coach, our head coach for the summer league, and I was like, "Just get me out, dude. I'm donezo. Put a fork in me, dude. I can't. My brain is on autopilot right now. I don't know how my legs work." Yeah, that was the most I've ever been rocked before. I think my brain went straight into like survival mode, like if you got punched. So that's why my brain was like, "Oh, that's a threat." Analyze and beef up, become fucking big. For some reason, my default setting when I get hit by anything is to immediately like, "What's up? What's up?" It's not a good way to survive. I definitely have a fight instead of flight mentality in that case. It's not fun, dude. Getting dome rock like that is wild. It's probably why I have some severe issues. Oh, man. I have had several, I think, head injuries that have probably severely affected my personality and the way I think. I'd probably have some legit CTE. I probably do. And I didn't even play real contact sports as people would call them. I played catcher and had a couple times people foul tip balls into my fucking cage, rattle my fucking brain around there. Let's see here. Definitely ran into a couple unfinished basement support beam poles. Did that a few times in my life. Ran into a cemented in basketball pole, like fucking full tilt. Getting dome rocked in college like that. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I've had quite a few. Basketball, I think I've been clocked. I definitely clocked a few people in basketball. People who call basketball a non-contact sport, they're wrong. They're absolutely 100% wrong. They don't understand. I guess nowadays fouls are a little they keep it a little cleaner than they used to. I played basketball like it was the 1980s and I was on the Detroit Pistons. I was trying to always create malice in the palace, dude. My parents wouldn't let me play hockey where you could fight your opponents while also playing the game, I didn't want to do like boxing or anything. I didn't want to do an actual combat sport. No, I wanted to play a sport where you were trying to just do a goal, which is just make points, and then have the occasional option to be like, hey, fuck this guy. That's what I wanted to do. And I just decided to take that to basketball. There's nothing more fun than being the garbage man on a basketball team, dude. You're just getting rebounds and fucking hitting people, dude. You got 4 fouls, use them, dude, and make them count. That might have been one of the worst pieces of advice my dad ever gave me when he was coaching me as a basketball player. Didn't just say it to me, okay? He said it to all of us, our whole team. He's like, "You guys got 4 fouls. Someone's going up for a layup. You got 4 fouls. Use them, okay? Make that guy go to the line." And I heard that and I went, "Okay, if people go up for a layup, you fucking level them." And that's how I played b-ball, dude. That's called defense. Defense. Woo. Now I'm just stuck to a realm of playing goddamn video games that are sports. Yeah. Which I'm not good at. I'm terrible at those things, man. My buddies play NFL video games, and I try to play. I like it. I think they're fun, but I suck at them. I just don't. I suck at basketball games. I suck at the baseball ones, too. Just because baseball video games never, I feel like they just never figured out how to make them not necessarily realistic, but I don't know. It's just not as fun. There's something about the way that baseball is played in general that to condense it into a video game where you can control the whole game with one controller doesn't work. To me, anyway. I just don't get the authentic feel of baseball when I play it. The NFL I get, like that one's fun. You actually get the feel like it's actual football. Especially like when you have the routes and then you can do audibles and you can read the defense and stuff. It's just not the same. Whereas baseball, like if you're playing against one of your buddies and it's like in person, like I don't ever play those games online, but if you're playing online, I'm sure like you can't see where the cursor is going. But if you're like playing in co-op couch game, you can see where your buddy's putting the ball, and it's like, okay, I know where he's to throw that, and it's just, I don't know, never liked the baseball ones as much. Yeah, but I'll play NFL with people, and it's always fun. I have fun, but I get my ass kicked, dude, and I'm a sore loser. I don't like losing, but I like playing the game enough that I'll play and lose, dude, but I'm not good at the football ones. But, dude, you get me on some PGA Tour video games, I'm gonna fucking school everybody, dude. I am nasty at Tiger Woods, dude. I know it's not called Tiger Woods. Maybe they brought it back. I think they did. But I have Tiger Woods. It's the old one, and I play it all the time. And I have the new one. I have or not an older one. It's 2 years old now, the 2K21. And I'm nasty at that. But do you put me on 2013, the Masters Tiger Woods? Dude, I'm nasty, dude. I've beating my friends like a drum in that game. It's not, they get mad. And I've been like, here, just play it and practice. Like, it was with one of my roommates at the time. I was like, dude, just play and practice. You'll get better at it. And I would turn off the things that help me. I can't put backspin. I didn't get to read the greens, and I would still beat them. I'm nasty at that game, dude. Oh, man, play me in BOGO, dude. Play me in skins, dude. Whatever. Place your bets. Let's go. I want to be nasty as fuck at the PGA games, dude. But anyway, no one wants to hear me talk about video games. Nah, you guys come here for the fucking smart shit, right? The smart stuff. That stuffy stuff. Hold on here. I gotta fucking do something here. This thing isn't doing what it's supposed to do. There we go. There it is. And we're going to get into the thing we found this week, which is good. This one's going to help me because, as I just told you guys earlier, couple head injuries. I have a hard time. Memory. It's not as good as it used to be. Never was that great. But, getting hit in the head doesn't help with it anyway. So now I found this thing that's going to help us, and maybe it'll help you because you have a hard time remembering things. It's this amazing, simple technique lets you learn anything in 5 minutes and remember it forever. Sick. Coordinator Michael Nelson uses a grade school tool. Oh, god damn it. I got to go back to grade school. That's how bad I am at remembering stuff. They're like, we're going to take you back to pre-K, Wade. Fuck. I have a college degree. This is bullshit. Dude, I need to start doing that more. Anytime I start saying shit, I'm just going to, everybody else does. They all clarify with these statements that make them feel like why they're important stuff. I'm just going to, anytime I start saying something where I'm trying to make a point, I'm just going to be like, according to my college degree, that's all I'm going to say. And then just spit whatever I have. Great school tool to powerfully enhance your learning and retention skills. The retention part's where I need it, dude. If you're struggling to master a complex topic, a new language, or anything else that seems to strain your brain, Michael Nelson has a suggestion for you. Try flashcards. God damn it, dude. God damn it. I saw the pictures of the flashcards, but I didn't think it was actually just going to be that. Ugh. God damn. Well, let's see what Nelson is a scientist and a research followed a Y combination. What contributor? Dude, what is wrong with my brain? See, this is why I have a problem. What is this? I don't know. Oh God, I steered it all up. Go back to the thing. Anyway, he's written a book as such brain strain topics as quantum computing and neural networks. In recent series of tweets, he explained his process of why he finds flashcards so useful. Silicon Valley insiders have been passing his advice along and asking for detail on how he does it. Nelson says he first starts by memorizing flashcards using an app called Eka. Through there, it's a lot of options 2 years ago. Since then, he's memorized more than 9,000 flashcards, reviewing them while doing things like standing in line for coffee or riding the transit. He says he spends a total of about 20 minutes a day reviewing flashcards. Dude, I want to do this for jokes. This would be a better way for me to figure out how to remember my punchlines. Is just going over that. That's a smart thing. The results are impressive. Nelson says he uses flashcards to build up an understanding of complex topics such as AlphaGo, reading the same paper multiple times, putting out bits of learning to memorize on flashcards each time, though. Until he has absorbed the whole thing, he uses a similar method to recognize content of short books. He uses the same technique to remember places like in his neighborhood he doesn't visit very often. Once he learns something using flashcard, he never forgets it, he says. Nelson has a simple rule. If you're learning something could save him 5 minutes in the future, he'll put whatever it is into flashcards because it takes less than 5 minutes total to learn things this way. The expected lifetime review time is less than 5 minutes. It takes 5 minutes to learn something new forever. That certainly sounds worthwhile, but just because the technique works for Nelson is likely work for anyone else? Yes, because using flashcards engages brains several ways. Spatial recognition. This is what Nelson sees in as a reason for his success. Researching has long shown we absorb information better when it's repeated, but also we have time to rest and reflect between study and practice time. I discovered this when I took a Segway tour for the first half of a tour. I found riding the Segway a little awkward and I was unsure of myself. I took a 15-minute break, and when I got back on, I found my brain had somehow assimilated what it had learned during the first part of the tour, and I was suddenly able to ride the thing with confidence. Repetition helps with retain what you've learned, and spacing out the repetition gives your brain time to absorb it. It's a powerful combination to help you learn and retain almost any kind of information. Active recall. The best flashcards have questions on one side and the answer on the other, or concealed within the app. When you look at the question, you make a mental effort to remember the answer before you turn the card over and look. The effort searches your own memory banks and issues and recalls active recall. It's better for learning and is very simply reading text or picking answers in multiple choice questions. Okay. Mega coordination. Mega coordination is the act of thinking about thinking, and there's too much, and it's too contributes to a better recall, research shows. According to flashcard app BrainScape, when you use flashcards, check your answers, you're constantly asking yourself how close to the answer came to the answer on the back of the card. Whether you really knew the answer or it took a lucky guess. All it is wondering how you did. How you did is a form of metacognition. Okay, and it will help things you learn stay deep embedded in your memory. And one more reason you should consider using flashcards for everything you struggle to learn. Okay. Well, those are the 3 big reasons. Well, goddamn. Flashcards, you guys. That's all it takes. That's all these nerds are doing, is using flashcards. God damn it. I thought there was going to be some secret. Why? There's never a real secret to anything, is there, guys? It just always comes down to, well, you got to put in the time and effort, and you sit down, and if you make the thing, and you're just like, you never get the answer you want. It's always just like, God damn, you gotta do a project and work on it. Fuck. Just one simple thing. One. But if it's worth it and you want it, you gotta put in the work. That's what they tell you. Oh, guys, I'll tell you what. If you want to listen to more of this, all the work you got to do is go to punninggame.com. That's right, guys. Punninggame.com is where you can find this show, Not Worth the Time, and a slew of other shows, like the one with me and Nathan called Who Gives a F. Go check that one out. It's a good time. And Punning Game has even the back catalog of all the podcasts we've ever hosted on the website, and you can listen to it all there and have a great time. So check that out. And while you're there in the store, don't forget to go to the not the store, but you need to go to the store. You're on the website. Check out the Punting Game shop, where you can get t-shirts, hoodies, all sorts of cool stuff to represent your favorite shows here at puntinggame.com. And don't forget to use promo code NWTPOD. That's NWT Pod, and that gets you free shipping at checkout. And guys, if you want to watch this and watch me fumble my way through that entire article like I just did, you want to go to youtube.com and search Comic Wade Taylor and hit subscribe. Thank you to the 90 people who have already subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it. It's awesome, and I'm slowly growing. We're gonna hit 100 by the end of the year. We've already surpassed the goal I had for this year, so thank you to all you guys for that, and it's awesome. Thank you for checking out all the stand-up clips. That's the other great part if you subscribe. You get to see stand-up from me, which is fun, and this show, and Who Gives a F. It's all fine and dandy. So go to YouTube, Comic Wade Taylor on youtube.com. So check that out. Hit subscribe, like, and comment. Otherwise, guys, thank you for checking out Not Worth the Time. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. And remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do.